What's up, guys? PerfektioN is just missing my solo trap so much I decided to make a new one. So, anyway, what I'm going to cover is kind of the revamp version of this trap because, the meta has changed a lot with the march sizes and just the troops, wild troops getting implemented, and the new gems are, you can get your defense debuffs so high now that you kind of had to modify this a little bit. So what I'm going to talk about first is troops. So I'm running currently 10.5 mil troops, and just about 1.5 mil of them are T3, and the rest are T2. And the reason for that is you have to have T3 to back up T2, otherwise you get nerfed. So that's kind of the nerf ratio on that is 6.9 to 1. So for every one T3 troop you have, you can have 6.9 T2 troops. So that being said, I would just say 6 to 1 just to be on the safe side. Okay, so that's pretty much, with the troops. I'm going with T2s because T1s get burned extremely easy. So I just recommend using the T2 now. Now, with buildings, I'm all hospitals. I have 520,000 beds, and I have not done any research to increase my bed count. So I'm trying to keep this account as low power as possible. 176 mil will draw hits, especially solo hits. I'm in a new kingdom, so some of the new March is not implemented yet. We don't have March 13 yet, but the new March size has been, for the additional troops at the bottom have been added though. So anyway, that being said, I haven't done any March research. The only research I've done is combat tree, as far as I could go as far as T3, and then I got troop health and troop defense to level 9. Everything else except for siege attack is 10. Is 9 on defense, and then ranged attack and ranged infantry and cavalry attack are 10. The wall traps I've taken down to T3 as well. And defense, I've done just the first little bit of defense, just what I had to do to get this max to 9. Okay, now my current gear setup is I'm running a lot of Xena, the original Xena set. I'm running one piece of Haunted, and I was trying to get the max defense I could, but keep in mind that with low troop counts like this, defense is not the most important. You need a certain amount. I would say probably 600% defense would probably be one of the minimum, but you need attack with this lower troop count to kill the whole march. I'm going to show you some hits I took for testing to adjust this and get it where I wanted it to be. These hits were not all the same, as it was hard getting just random people to help me test, so it is what it is. This was the first hit I took, and at the time I only had 5.5 million troops, and I burned when I took the hit, but I won in power and would win in a tiered KVK points. But I knew that I needed, from here I knew I needed more troops and defense. So this was the next test. I bumped up my troop count, as you can see, to the 10.5 million where I'm at now. And I took another hit. This guy didn't send as many troops, but he still boosted. And notice that my boosts are attack and attack debuff. And those aren't 150%. That was a 75% attack and then the 20% attack debuff. So, and I didn't lose anything. They went to the hospital and, came out good. Troop health is more important than troop defense when you're running this setup on this lower troop count. So here I knew, okay, I have the defense. I knew that I could take a little bit of a defense hit to get more attack, because I wanted to I wanted to kill the entire march so I can cap. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, here I almost killed the entire march. I picked up some attack and I almost killed his entire march. So I knew all I did from here was I swapped out one of my defense pieces to a one that gave me a little bit of attack, and I added gems. I swapped out my gems so that my attack was higher. I didn't quite get there, but I got close. I'm 355,000 of 375,000, so I was 19,452 short. Now here was the first hit that I capped, and he sent a smaller march. He didn't boost for some reason. I'm not sure why he didn't boost, but I killed his entire march, capped his hero, and you'll see this. People don't generally boost because when they port to a hive and they see smaller accounts, a lot of times they just attack it. They don't even scout it, especially in these newer kingdoms. They haven't developed the knowledge that they need yet to know that you should scout regardless every time, no matter what you're hitting. I mean, unless it's just like a very, very small account. And then the last hit I took was from this guy here, and he was wearing a full barbarian set. He didn't boost, but his barbarian set had quite a bit of troop health and troop defense in it, so that's why I didn't kill the entire march. Now, notice that on my attack, on my boost, I used attack and defense debuff. Now, had I had anything higher on the defense debuff, I was using the 20%, the one you get with gold, because I just don't have any. I haven't bought packs that have those in them yet. So, that being said, if I had any more defense debuff, I would probably have capped his hero and killed the entire march. And health debuff is also good. Now, that being said, my current stats, I've made another change since then. I have more defense debuff, and I think I have some health debuff now as well. But if you just look at my troop boost here, I'm going to kind of go through this slow, but the overall boosts are higher, and my trap attack is at 300%. Traps do a lot of damage to troops. I mean, even the lower counts. I haven't done the research to increase my trap capacity, so I'm at the default 125,000 that the walls give you. But see, if you look here, I'm at troop attack bonus is 200%, and troop defense is 894. Now I could probably sacrifice some troop defense and pick up some more attack, and that would help. But for now, I'm gonna see how the first KVK plays out. Now on the debuffs, see, the defense debuff is only 27%, and health debuff is only 45%. So I want to bump those up to around 100% on each if I can. I've got the attack debuff at 147 right now. I could probably lose a little bit of attack debuff as well, because as you saw in the hits I took, there were never more than 50,000 troops hospitalized, and I have 520,000 beds. So I know that I can take more of a hit to kill the entire march. So tweaking your account is going to take getting hit and learning. If you don't fill your beds, or you only lose a certain amount, but you're not killing the whole march, you need more attack and more trap attack, and more more debuffs like health and defense debuffs. If you're losing more troops than you're killing, I mean, if you're losing significantly more troops, like if you're losing like 400,000, 500,000 troops, or you're filling your beds, the best thing you could do there is add more defense or health. Probably health. I would focus more health than defense. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing the videos on this account because I want to get some action during KVK. Well, either KVK or just any type of kill event. It could be an alliance kill event, which one's not announced yet, but Hopefully we get one this weekend. But yeah, no, basically I have one of every building. I have 2 barracks, but I have one of every building. The rest is hospitals, and I only have one of these resource generating buildings because I kind of cheated. I did pick up a couple of packs to get all my stuff here, and also you get alliance gifts and things like that. I won't be rebuilding to barracks to train troops. I'm just gonna train them as is, and but other than that, no, everything else should be pretty standard. The basics are all the same. Hero skills. Um, so if you get to hero 55, you can. I would switch some things up once I get to hero 55, and the reason is your altar boosts the active altar boost, like when you actually have executed a hero, you know, gives you more of a percentage, but there's a hidden bonus it just takes hero 55 to unlock this. But go ahead and max these out because you're going to get those percentages regardless if you have a hero executed or not. It's kind of a hidden bonus. People will refer to it as a hidden bonus. But my hero skills are set up focused troop defense, troop health. I got all the attacks. I got trap attack, and then I got troop defense and health here. And then I maxed out as much as I could in the trap attacks here. I couldn't get infantry. I need some more points to do that. And once I get to hero 55, I'll show you guys the update and what the stats look like when you have the hidden boost from the altar. But I think that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Gems real quick. I did rows for attack and health and defense gems. On this one I didn't have a level 6 health gem, so I went with a trap gem for more attack. And I'll tweak these during the event just to make sure I'm killing the entire march. I'm not going to take any cord hits on this account yet. Maybe in another month. I'm going to play it like it is, and maybe in a month I'll probably jump up to about 250 mil, and I'll pick up a little more research and set this up a little bit different. But as always, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments any additional content you want me to cover, if I missed anything here. And I'll talk to y'all later.